everybody, Ben here from the Bonehead podcast, and we're back with more Blood Bowl 3 Renegades. We thought this was a great opportunity to binge a load of games of Renegades to kind of see how the team develops. And what are we on now? This must be game 6. We've won, we won 1. We got a concession win as well. We got a draw and we got 2 losses. So it's been going okay. Last game we had 4 players out. The Dark Elf, the Skaven, the Rat Ogre, or the Minotaur? The Minotaur and one of our linemen. Now we've got them back. And our Frenzy, we took a random normal on our Frenzy Orc. He is now got block. We took a random block on him. So the Rat Ogre's back. He's at 4 SPP. Nothing yet. The Renegade Ogre is there. No SPP. Minotaur, 2 SPP. So we need 1 more casualty on the Rat Ogre. And then we can choose a skill. Spoiler alert, it's going to be Claws, I think, with that guy. The Skaven needs another touchdown. The Renegade Orc is seeing a 1 SPP, but he's got block and Frenzy. So we took random skills on him, and it's worked out perfectly. The Goblin is 4 SPP. The Dark Elf is at 4 SPP, so they are just a couple of SPP away from actually getting to choose a good skill. Dark Elf, thinking Dodge is probably a good one, and the Goblin... oh, it's going to be 2 heads, maybe, to just accentuate that dodginess. It's a good skill. There's a lot of good skills there for them. Now, one thing we do have is a human lineman with kick on a random and a human lineman with block on a random. Now, we're sitting at 105k, and I was saving up to get a reroll, but actually, we're going to buy an apothecary if we can take one. We may not be able to take an apothecary, actually. That says 50k. Is that right? An apothecary allows a KO. Alright, that doesn't seem right. Oh, it is right. Brilliant. It is right, actually, so we'll take that. There's one thing we have been struggling with is keeping our players on the pitch, and it's at the point now where we want to protect the players that we've got. 2 more games and we can pick up reroll 4. I'm actually tempted to pick up an extra human lineman to allow us to continue playing even when we're down players. And you know what? I think we'll do that now. We'll take that other lineman as well. So this is going to boost our TV way up to 1205. But I think it's the right thing to do. We've now got a bench. We've got an apothecary to protect our players. And we've got 3 rerolls. So the only thing we really are looking to buy now is that 3rd reroll. So with that in mind, I think... let's see if we can get another game on the go. We'll go quick match. Choose my team. And the team is going to be this team here, the Serpents at 1205. Let's spin the wheel. Okay, we've got a game. It's not another Black Orc team. It's not a Dwarf team. It is Old World Alliance. We have been rewarded with our patience, and we've now got the matchup with 2 new teams, essentially. I know that Nobility and Black Orcs have been kicking around on Fumble. It's just, this is going to be good. I'm looking forward to this. Skip, skip, skip. So, we're playing against Joker. 6 fan factor, so clearly doing all right with this team. This team's about 1400 TV, so we're going to get a couple of hundred. Yet we are going to get some inducements. Let's check out their roster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players. So we've got level 3 Dwarf Blitzer, level 2 Dwarf Blocker, level 3 Dwarf Blocker, level 2 Runner, level 3 Troll, level 2 Halfling, Blitzer at level 1, Catcher at level 4, so that Catcher is going to be key to their game, and the Thrower's doing alright too with a level 1 Ogre. Okay, 3 rerolls and Apothecary 2, same as us. So, we've got 100, we've got a couple. We can take a reroll and a keg, or we can go for the win. I think we're going to go for the win. We're going to take the Wizard, because I want to try it out again, because it went horribly wrong last time. We'll take a keg. And then we'll take an assistant coach just in case. So let's rack them up. And we're ready. So, OWA versus Renegades. I'm excited about this one. This one's going to be good fun. Okay, Serpents won the toss. Do we want to kick or receive against OWA? We've got a strength advantage. They've got a skill advantage. We're going to kick. We're going to give them first crack. And see if we can't win. So one thing I forgot to do was... oh, thank God, we can actually deploy our players this time round. We were struggling with struggling with deploying our guys before because it frankly wouldn't let us. So we're playing defense here. Let's go with the orc in the middle. This is going to be against OWA, so actually I think clustering the players is going to be okay because it's going to give us a reasonable amount of power. Right, we want Ogre in the middle, supported by the Goblin. We want the Minotaur on the left, and we want the Roger on the right. Now they've got an Ogre, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop our players in 1 square each, and keep our soft boys in the back, and deploy our kick and block guy out front as victims, which is not necessarily always ideal, but let's save that one as help too. We were having some bad times last time. So save that and end of turn. Oh, it worked this time. Fantastic. I'm not sure what happened last game, but we had a glitch, or I pressed a button or something, and it just kept resetting our entire deployment. Was not useful. Okay, here we go. So we can now press H, Y, H to just show skills. There we go. So just show, no, we want to show just bonus skills are for both sides of the team. So that is blocks. That's a runner with block. That is a Troll Slayer with Frenzy, Mighty Blow, and there is another skill there, which is probably Break Tackle, I think. We can't actually see the players just yet. That Catcher has got Dodge, I think. That might actually be the first time we've seen Dodge. That's a level 4 guy, so he's got a few skills. He's got Block, Dodge. I don't know what the other ones are. Maybe Fend. Looks like they've been taking a lot of randoms. Ogre's level 1. Got some guard on the go as well, so this is going to be interesting to see. I think they're going to be quite punchy, but we'll let them have that first crack. We've now got a lineman in reserve, and if they don't take out that orc, Mr. Frenzy Block, he can probably line up a single block somewhere to give him a good couple of cracks. Now these dwarves, he's got block. This guy shouldn't have block because he's an old dwarf blocker. Anyway, let's kick the ball and see what happens. Who's going to kick it? It's the Roger. It's wide left. And I believe nobody gets the reroll because we both got the same amount of assistant coaches. So this is it. It is over to them for turn 1, and we actually get a chance to look at their players. So 2 low block here against the human lineman. It is double pow. So they're starting off pretty strong. Blitzer on blitzer action. Okay, that guy does have block. That guy does have block. And it's another 2 pow here, which is fine. Again, I like the paint scheme here. Nice, that quartered scheme is good. Right, what is that skill that you have got, my friend? 3 die block against the orc. My orc does not have dodge. So, drops him down. Mighty Blow versus armor 10. He's good. He's going to be up. And he's going to be punching some more. That skill, what are you? Strip Ball. Okay, one to watch when it comes to that is Strip Ball guy. Catcher. Animosity. Fend. Catch. Dodge. Sure Feet. Okay, Sure Feet is the green skill there. Green for go, I guess. I like that. Makes a lot of sense. And so that's Dodge. Dodge. Animosity, Sure Hands, Block. Okay, so we've got a block thrower in the backfield. And the Halfling. What's the Halfling got? Jump Up. I like that. That's cool. Alright, so they haven't blitzed yet. Potentially, yeah, coming on the side here against our Kick Boy. Pops him down. Didn't actually get to use Kick, did we? So I think that's on me. I forgot we had Kick, I guess. He's stunned, so that's a shame. What it has done, though, is left their Troll Slayer next door to my Roger, who's just going to be able to get a couple of really good blocks. No. Going to get 1 good block. Then he's following up into 2 guard tackle zones. So we're going to need 1 assist on the Rat Ogre. Handoff, gets it, picks up the ball, and is going to hand it straight off to the Halfling. or is he going to leave it? I mean, backfield's reasonably safe right now. Yeah, leaves it there. He moves up. Right, what we're going to do is drop someone round there to support. We're going to get 2 guard on the trolls there, so we want to keep 1 support on our guy. And we'll stand all our dudes up. That is exactly the square I wanted to go to. So that is good stuff from our opponent. Right, in the meantime, you're going to stand up. And you're going to stand up. Now, with a bit of support, I can actually blitz nicely with Frenzy Block guy. But I'm actually thinking I might do something different when it comes to my blitz this turn. Alright, Orc stands up and blitzes. This is a human lineman. I tell you what. Right, where do we want to be? Where do we want to go? What's going to give good things to us in the future? I think going there with the ogre is going to help a little bit. The Skaven coming round here, that's going to take away the support. So it's going to be 2 dice into 1 dice, which I think is fine. And I actually quite like the Dark Elf on this guy as well. Now we will blitz through this gentleman here. Okay, we get the really angry roll, 2 dice, and it's a star, so we'll drop him down. Come on, let's see some stuff. Nothing exceptional. And then we've got Loner on this guy, haven't we? So I think that might be the best place for him. But it does kind of open up the backfield here for a bit of a runaround to at least pressure the ball in the backfield. We've got the Goblin, who may do something in a second, but for now we're going to take the first 2 dice, take the push. It's going to go into 1 die, which is fine. It's a risk. I know it's a risk. And a push is actually alright. Where do we want to lead him to? Okay. Now he's definitely in the mood for a bit of a merry little blitzing. But I think the Goblin stays there. So I'm a big fan of the colour schemes on this game so far. This that we're using, I think, is going to be the scheme that I paint the Renegades team in for the next challenge, the next championship. Oh, 2 die block here on the human from a dwarf blocker. Smushed. Armour is alright though. Now, dwarf blocker. He's got block, but he's also got brawler, so they have just upgraded him. And just given him block, which it feels like a waste because they can get guard. But it does make them a lot more consistent. And whether it's considered an anti-combo with block and brawler is a matter of perspective. 2 dice here against the Rat Ogre from the Troll Slayer using Dauntless successfully. I love the wind-up. That's brilliant. And he's stunned. Mighty Blow +1/+1. I wonder if he's got Knuckle Dusters or something. Unless you... No, it's not a bug. That's fine. Not too bad. Like, it's going to be okay. Okay, that's the ball carrier. Come around the side. So we've gone quite heavy on the left. So we're going to see how much they can redeploy to the right-hand side now. Because even though the Roger is down, it's only for a turn. And this team is not super fast. Now, where's their catcher? Is he on the bench or is he on the pitch? That's the catcher there. So that catcher's edge 3+ and dodge. So it's not a given. Hey, Halfling's making a dodge for it. We'll see that dodge, that catcher, I think, also go for a run. 2 dice here against the Skaven from the Dwarf Runner. Does have block. It looks like he's KO'd. And I don't like the look of that. Now, we've got the Apothecary to protect from injuries, so actually, KO can come back. KO can come back, that's fine. Okay. Blooming Dwarves versus Skaven. It's always a thing. There you go. Catcher takes the dodge and is going to position himself on the blitz for a 2-die block against the Dark Elf. Now, to be fair, that guy's got block, so it's actually really solid play. And my guy doesn't have dodge, so absolutely hoons him to the ground. Armour is alright, though. So, Dark Elf is still in play. We've got another 2 dice here against the Frenzy Orc. And their Ogre knocks him down. He is going to follow up. Armour is okay, so he's going to be able to get back up for more. And it's a 1-die block. Human on human. It's a human blitzer, to be fair. Okay. Alright, so we've got an actual block on the ball carrier right there. Goblin. Alright, we got these guys don't actually have tackle, do they? So he's going to be able to go 1 dodge, 2 dodge, 3. It's 2 dodges to get the assist there. I think Mr. Last Dance has to stand up here. I'm real tempted to take a 1-die block here on the ball carrier. What are my options? Can I blitz? Can I? Now, do I just goblin dodge? 2 goblin dodges with dodge, or do I just take the human dodge here? I think we just try the human dodge. Yeah. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Block up. So we need this human to be there. And then we want to run down here for the blitz. Now, there's no one really to pick up the ball if it does pop out, which it does, and that's okay. The halfling may be able to sweep in and grab it, but we've at least cost them a turn. And I think we've got to take that go for it to get onto the ball. We fail. Reroll. Come on. Alright, that's another tackle zone on the ball here. Right. Do we take... I think we do take the Dark Elf dodge now. Now, don't get me wrong, he's in position for a serious melting, but that's okay. Right, we're running out of time, so let's stand up the human lineman. Stand up the orc. Please stand up. We will punch this guy with some assists. And we'll burn a reroll there on Loner. That's a push. And we'll follow up Ogre versus Ogre, and we will take this Minotaur block on this guy too. That's more like it. We'll drop him that way. Love a good cutscene. Prefer it when it comes with some good numbers afterwards. Now we can go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 to there. And we'll bring the goblin to there to chuck in some TZs. And I think that is everyone on the team. OWA are really interesting. If the dwarves were standard dwarves, OWA would be a really good team. But the fact they're not means that our coach opponent here, Joker, has had to spend actual time developing his team. Right, we're going to have a frenzy push here. Which gets him once, and a 2 dice is another push. So it actually does clear that guy off the ball, but that's all the blitz done. So that's going to mean maybe these dwarves move up to secure the ball, which is fine. My Minotaur is open, so they're either going to have to feed a guy to the Minotaur there as well. And my Roger is going to be up next turn. And that Roger is looking at that runner very, very temptingly. Potentially a blitz coming against the Dark Elf, which I think would be a misuse of their resources. Stepping away is good from that Roger, although the Roger blitz is still in play there now, and that just gives us an even better choice of targets potentially. I think the Roger on the runner is a good shout, but we'll see. Looks like we've got a victim here, which is a human lineman who's just lining up against that Minotaur. Every time I block him, It's 50k of human lineman against 150k of Minotaur, and that means that the Minotaur, I'm losing 100k equity, which is massive. So they picked up the ball on the dodge. The halfling is now active, live with the ball. They are going to have to secure that rat ogre, which means they're going to have to make some blocks here. The ogre is tagging their blitzer. They take the rush. Oh, please, please, please give me a shot on that rat, on that halfling with the roger. Oh, it makes the dodge. That's the catcher, isn't it? Fine, we'll melt the catcher instead. 2-low block here. Ogre versus lineman. Alright, Blat's in with a push. Nothing too serious. Leaves a blitzer in base contact with my ogre, but does free up a block brawler. A block dwarf. Almost blocker. Which then marks the rat ogre. Protecting 2 juicy targets. They're going to burn a reroll here. Come on, give me another skull. They do get the skull. The roger pows the dude down. Can we get an armor break? We cannot, which is an infinite shame. Okay. So, where's my tackle zones? Every flipping where. So, I can, realistically, block there, into there, and then human lineman with kick can block him back, which is probably the best play here. Have I got anyone free to move? No. So, we're going to go on a blitz. We get the dodge. Now it's 2 dice. They've got a bit of guard on the go, which won't be great for us. So we'll stay put. And then we'll drop to there. Okay, now that should give us 2 dice against the halfling. Now, do I re-roll that? What else am I going to do this turn? That's my blitz gone. I've got some blocks. I've got some assists. If I take this guy out, I've got the armor advantage. I think we take it out and see. Looks like the halfling's stunned, so kind of won that a little bit. Again, it's going to cost them a turn to pick up. Balls in 1 tackle zone, but definitely blitzable. Not from that angle though, which is good, because the best blitz on the ball on my dark elf there is going to go through. Yeah, all right, okay. Not ideal, but not too bad. Again, it's going to cost my opponent a turn at least to pick up the ball. Now they've got some options here from the looks of it. They may actually just be able to hand off the ball to the catcher and then hoon it up, in which case it's not going to cost them anything. But I really wanted a shot just taking out one of their players. Doesn't look like they've got a bench, so any kind of removal here is going to be really good for me. I really want claw on my big guys. Come on, let's start murdering. Okay, 2 dice. Drops down one of our linemen. He's okay. Armor's good. Alright. So they are going for the safe blocks. They've got 2 rerolls in the bag still. We've got a wizard? Fantastic. Fantastic. That's a 2+ to melt the catcher, isn't it? Greater than the target strength, so not quite what we're looking for. But we do have that option, which I had quite forgotten about. Okay, here's the blitz on the Dark Elf. It is a POW. So again, that clears another TZ off the ball. Armor's okay, so he's alright, but against the edge is not ideal. Oh no, what was that? Oh, I don't know what quite happened there. A bit confused, but I'm sure it's fine. I guess it was the human who blocked? Or maybe there was somebody in base contact with the Dark Elf. I might actually watch that back. It looks like the Troll Slayer just went and frenzied 2 players. Alright, that's our catcher. And then we have to consider whether we want a 3+ roll on the catcher or just a melt face situation. What's my play here? I don't know if I'm really that fussed about them scoring, I guess. We got a reasonable blitz here. They're going to pull it back, and we're going to be able to 2-1 it. So actually not too fussed about a score for really good reasons, I think. Like, actually, if they score, that's fine. I'm just going to try and melt the rest of their team while they're doing that. So let's drop him down. Brilliant. Let's stand you up. Brilliant. You're all right there for a second. Let's stand you up. Let's go for Minotaur on this guy. Oh, he fails, really angry. It's a bit early to take a reroll, and it's not going to cost him tackle zones, so it's not the worst. Can we do anything clever there? No, I think we have to block with the ogre. There, we'll get 2 dice. We'll just shimmy him to there, and we're not going to follow because we're going to move this dude to there, which now gives this guy a nice big punch to there. We'll follow up. I'm kind of hoping to bring up the Dark Elf here. It is a dodge, but it's not the worst dodge. Then we should be able to get at least a 1-die frenzy push here, which is not brilliant, to be fair. So it's probably not worth risking. We've got any other good blocks? That's going to be negative that way. It's going to be negative that way. So maybe we don't actually block, he says, rolling a 1-die block with a skull. That's why we kept the reroll. And a push is going to be bad for us. This is going to get gnarly now because it's going to go 2-die block. This was entirely greed-based. Okay, now I get 1 dice here. And to a skull. Okay, I saw an opportunity to just farm some blocks. Didn't massively go well. But it's a game of dice. I'm happy to leverage the fact I've got 3 big guys here. And I know I'm going to get the ball back twice. Skaven's out, which is my fastest player. But it's going to be okay. I have another couple of turns of just taking some really good blocks with some Mighty Blow players. Now they've got block. But they don't have that Mighty Blow bit, so I guess I'm kind of smoking them out. Halfling dodge, maybe? It's just going to give us a block on the halfling? No, blitz with the Troll Slayer on my Dark Elf. Okay, fair enough. The Dark Elf tends to be a nice little target. Armor's fine. What we're kind of doing is seeing what our opponent does to spin their wheels. Yeah, what is this? He's blitzing twice. No, it's not blitzing twice. No, I doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel quite right. So putting extra assist here. I think they're trying to brew up a big hit on the Roger. Melts another human lineman. But they haven't been able to disengage from my big guys. 1 dice, and I think he's got block. Takes down the Roger. That's incredibly aggravating. Yeah, he's going to camp. Which is okay. He's going to have 1 more turn, I think. Double push on my Orc. And follows up. It's interesting. Okay. So that's a guy we can stand up to get a support from the Orc to just frenzy 2 dice twice. Okay. So we can drop them up there. Come on, let's get some removal on the go. Let's just throw dice at them until they die. Right, we can come back to the Roger. Let's hit up with the Minotaur. Can't come back to the Roger now because it's both down. And that's it for my turn. I was really hoping for a bit more of a casualty session. What we're going to get here is a foul, I think, on that Roger. That is on me. Because I should have stood him up first, but I wanted to blitz with him and I wanted to kind of just clear a path. To push on the human. Now I should be able to get some kind of conga line blocks. Pow, there you go, he's down. Armor is okay. Now there's one guy down there and I think I'm a guy out, aren't I? So technically we are 10 on 10 in the midfield and I should have the strength advantage, but our opponent's done a really good job with block and guard of just taking that away. So set up an assist here with a blitz. 2 dice, gets it. And it's going to be an interesting farm situation. Gets the damage. Armor's alright though. That guy now escapes from the Minotaur. Now these big guys, they can be hit and miss. If it works, it's beautiful. If it doesn't, then it's not. And I think I should have left them in the backfield a bit more. A foul action against the Rat Ogre. Called it. He's stunned, which is a pretty big deal for a turn. And I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see that foul again next turn. 2 dice here. Ogre on lineman. It's a push. Probably won't follow up. They are going to follow up. That's just going to give my Ogre an advantage now. So I think we stand this guy up. And then we use this Ogre to punch this Ogre. 1 dice. Why is it 1 dice? Am I nothing to you? Oh, because he's marked. That's why. You fool of a toque. Okay, can we get a good block here? No? Because he stood up. Alright. So we've got dodges, we've got kicker. Let's get this guy up and chuck him there. Okay, that's going to give me 1 dice. We'll bring the Dark Elf out to combo block. Now, I want to blitz somebody with the Minotaur, and I think where's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is it the Ogre? Let's go for the Ogre. So blitzing, pows him down, fantastic. Let's drop him up there. Minotaur is now in play. Ogre can therefore 2, 3, 4, 5 swing round there. That will give 2 dice here. Push is fine. We'll chuck you that way and we will follow up. Okay, you are going all the way here to threaten the ball carrier, I guess, and Dark Elf is going to go to there. Oh, fails the dodge. Dark Elf's down. Armor is alright, but that's a turn over. I was setting up a nice frenzy block with the Ogre, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, our opponent's got a few blocks they can take here, but I feel like they... I don't know if they're going to want to hang around for an extra turn. They might do. The Roger will be up again next turn unless they foul again. So it's possible that we'll see the halfling take another foul. They've got plenty of assists. If it's a serious injury, then we will Apo it. Because the Rat Ogre is doing good work at the moment. Yeah, there's the foul. And he's stunned again. Okay, what we're going to do then, if they don't score now, is we're going to use the wizard at the end of our turn to see if we can just disrupt that play. Badly hurt on a lineman with kick. I'm not too fussed. It's a bit of a shame, but I don't know how to use the kick skill anyway, so it's not horrific. Block on block there. So they're going to push. Oh no, looks like they went with block. Another 2 dice coming at him. Pushing. Yeah, because the orc's got block now, so he is now invincible. Okay, so that sets up a strong middle, and they do go for the TD. Okay, so that's going to give us an extra turn. That's going to give us 2 turns to score. Alright, looks like one of my KOs got back up. So we're going to tab, 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 because you have to swap ends, essentially, when you score. So kicks out. It looks like the Skaven is back for us, which is good. So we can actually set up a nice... can we do this? No. Okay. So we need to be quick at this. Okay, strong side, weak side. This side is the weak side. But this side is the slow side. So I tell you what. What the hell is this? Okay. It's not super ideal to have it all stationed out like that. We use the Blitzer to support. We use the Minotaur. Actually, we use the Minotaur to go for an edge blitz. And then we'll have the Roger here with a human victim next door. I have the Ogre in the middle there. That guy doesn't really need to be there, but what we'll do is we'll drop him back to there. We'll bring this guy over to support. We'll have Dark Elf in the midfield and Goblin back to collect the ball. Dark Elf slightly to the edge. This guy, who is my human blitzer, can go there. And the Orc, we'll go there with the Orc actually and take a nice frenzy block. Let's go with that, see if it screws up our setup. No, it's okay. Quick snap, so we get to move 6 movable players, which is pretty wonderful. So there's even a chance we'll get a bounce on that one. So we'll move him up. And we'll move Skaven Man up. We'll move the Minotaur up. We'll move this guy up as well. This guy up as well. And I'm not fussed about this guy. That'll do. Okay, where's the ball going? Come on, land on the Goblin. It did land on the Goblin, but it wasn't quite enough. So, I am real tempted to just start crumping. But I think we should probably come down here to protect the ball. I don't intend to need protection on the ball, but it's best to be safe, isn't it? Alright. So we take the safe play there and absolutely double skull punish it. That's fine. It's fine. That means every roll we would have made would have been 1s, which would have meant the entire thing was bad. And actually, the best they can pull off here, and I think they're going to go for it, is a Surf the Minotaur. They've got guard there, I think. Oh. And maybe I should have started with the edge blitz for that very reason. But can't be helped. And we are going to get one more turn after this, which is going to be cool. I don't think I'm going to be able to really do anything in that turn, but you never know. Might get a couple of removal. We might absolutely mince between all three of our big guys. We might be able to actually clear 4 guys. You don't know. You don't know. We can absolutely mince the team apart. So they're protecting the Dark Elf, which doesn't matter. So it looks like they're stacking up a couple of blocks here. So Ogre's countering that piece. Then I think we're going to see a frenzy attempt on the Minotaur. But if Dauntless fails, it's going to be 2 dice if Dauntless works. Both down, both down. Minotaur does not have block, so they're going to re-roll it to go for the Surf. Both down, both down. Oh, is that... Did they fail Loner? They did fail Loner. Okay, now, can I counter Surf anybody? Who are you? Are you the catcher? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we just blitz the hell out of the catcher. We might even get 3, maybe even a 6 die block there. No, because of the guard, we'll only get 4 die block, but it's still tempting. How do we get the Surf against him? Oh, another foul. And he's sent off. Didn't even get the armor, and the Halfling is actually sent off. So that means they are going to be playing down a player next turn, and it's a turnover. So, what have we got? We've got a couple of blocks we can make, and I think we need to make that block there. This is our turn 8, so we get only a couple of things. We chuck a guy there, we get an assist. If we take this blitz, it's going to be 2 dice. I really like that. I think this player deserves a bit of a smacking about. There we go. And it's the end of the half, so I don't mind. Nothing's going to be too... Oh, fend. That's huge. So he's downed, which is okay. This is all going to be bad blocks now, so we can, I believe, have a little block here, which works. We've blitzed already, so I don't think there's anybody to target with those guys, which means the only block we've really got left to do is this one here from the Dark Elf. Double push. It's got no rerolls, nothing I can do about that. Let's farm through. And then we will bring this human man down to there and see if we can't get a cheeky little pass from the goblin. For some SPP. And we do. And I think, just to double check, the only thing we can do is potentially gang up here. But there's a guard piece. So, I don't know if it's overly worth it. So I think we'll just go to the half. Okay, we're 1 touchdown down. But we're a player up, and we're about to receive the ball. So we've got a good opportunity to kind of compound the numbers. And then maybe just go for a cheeky grind. Alright, so they've gone for... bloody hell, what is going on with the setups here? This is super aggravating. Having to manually bring all the players on is a bad look. So that's pretty annoying. Right, Ogre on him, I like that. I like this guy to frenzy, so I like that too. I like you to frenzy, so I want you there. I like you to frenzy, so I want you there. You there. So I can frenzy you across. I need a victim lineman to be there. I'm actually going to block this way and have him on the edge. You're my main blitzer, so you're going to go up there with the Skaven there. Actually, no, we'll use the Skaven in the backfield to be the fast runner. And we'll use the Dark Elf there. Actually, we'll swap that around. We can bring this human over. We'll go heavy on this side. So that gives me 2 options. And we'll bring the Goblin to there too. Then I think that's okay for now. Okay, Uwe Labul. So this is going to give us some nice blocks. At least. Officious Ref. Somebody is stunned. And it's one of the dwarves. Brilliant. Right, Bull is secure. So we've got rerolls again. So we can start burning them up, apparently. Oof. This orc is... that is horrid. I'm burning through my rerolls, but I've knocked him out, so... kind of good, I guess? Ooh, that was horrible. Right, let's see what else we can do. Let's go... Minotaur Punch. Push. And follow. And another go. With all the dice, it's just a push. Okay. So, not the best, but could have been significantly worse. Right, let's go for this. Let's go 3 dice with the ogre. Let's drop him up. And follow up. Okay, and let's go... I'll tell you what, do we want to go... Do we max out supports here? Bring Mr. Block across. I'll tell you what, let's just suicide this guy in. Can I bring him round, actually? Yeah, I think we bring him round. Okay, that was risky, but I'm alright with it. Which means we can now blitz this way. 3 dice. And we'll see what happens. We'll take that. Follow up. Come on, let's get some removal. It is an injury. It's a KO, actually, but KO is still good. That still gives us numbers. Okay, and then Dark Elf gets the ball. And then moves up with the ball. To there. And then we screen with these 2 players. And then this guy goes there. Alright, let's do it. It might have left a bit of a gap, I'm not sure. There's definitely some interlinking tackle zones, so should be reasonable for now. Okay. So I've left them a couple of strong counterplays, but then I have to kind of heavily commit to taking out one of the big guys. They've got the pieces for it. Although one of their guard pieces is out. 2 die on the human, that was their blitz. And that vanilla lineman is KO'd, so let's take the let's take the KO. So they're 3 out. We're 1 out, essentially, because we had a bench, so that's okay. It's now 10 on 8 with 3 big guys. This is positive. This is positive action. Okay, so they're taking their blitz. They've rolled 1 for Dauntless. Are re-rolling it. It's both down. I don't have both down, so I don't have block. So the Roger does go down. But unless they escape the Minotaur, I'm happy to use my blitz from the Roger, potentially on the human blitzer. The Slayer is a bit of a nightmare, but they're both armor 9+, so it doesn't really matter to me. The human blitzer having slightly better agility gives me... kind of makes me want to kill him more. And then because of the slow movement of this team, we're going to go on the left-hand side. So this is 2 die up against the Minotaur. with a blocker, so we'll take the push. They are going to be able to free up that guy from the Minotaur in the end. And they're going to stay put, so that gives me a couple of different options now. It means we've got the Minotaur to run around and blitz with. I do want to stand up the Roger. And I've got victims, so I will be able to stand up the Roger. They're going to deploy this side. That's their catcher, isn't it? Okay. So, you are blocky, man. So, I think we stand him up. And he gets it. Alright, that's wicked. So, we now want to... Right, we want to bring up the ball to the left-hand side. That's absolutely what we want to do. So, we want to go to that square there, essentially. Can we go a bit faster than that? I think we can go there. So we can bring him up, bring up the Skaven as well, and kind of screen in front. We now need to place him there. And that gives me 4 dice with the Frenzy Orc. I've got to follow up. But that covers him. We can now bring the Goblin to there to protect against edge blitzes. We're going to be slightly open on the right hand side, so we're going to have to be super aware of that. Who are you? Thrower. Alright, let's go for a blitz on the thrower. Let's see what we can do. If we pushed him back, we could have frenzied into 3 more dice blocks, but that's fine. Have I got movement left? I have got movement left, and I think, you know what? I'm going to go there to screen that way. Right, now we can... Can I just block him? Let's block with the Ogre, because I get 3 dice. Fail the Bonehead. We'll take the Bonehead, it's fine. Blockman, however, will block this guy with an assist. To drop him there. We're not going to move. Stay in place. That frees up this guy to essentially go there. Is that where I want to go? Or do I want to bring him down to there? I think that might be the... Well, that was quite the wrong button, wasn't it? That's hilarious. Now, Dwarves have not got a huge amount of movement, so it might be okay. That was embarrassing. Meant to press space, but I pressed backspace instead, which ends the turn. So, Blitz on Mr. Frenzy does get it with 2 dice. Okay. He's doing the calcs in his head. Which way do I push to get onto the ball, essentially? I think we'll see him stay put. Yep. And then might take a couple of go for it to get onto the ball. Which he fails. And... oh, he failed the loner reroll. That's pretty gnarly. That is unfortunate. You don't love to see it, shall we say? Because you really don't. It is not pleasant. Alright, let's move Orc to there. I think we can bring up the Skaven to there. To there, actually. And we can bring up the Goblino to there. We'll obviously have to watch the edge cases here. Kind of want to screen deep, actually. Right, you are a blocker. You do not have many movements. So let's blitz you away. Nice, gets it. So we can drop him to... what are you? You're a thrower. Right, so we'll blitz you up there. And then with 1 square of movement, we can tie up both those players. Alright, that's good stuff. Okay, we've got free Ogre, which is nice. So Rat Ogre should be able to... Oh, that's 1 dice. Okay, so let's bring my old Ogre buddy over to here. It's not great, but I think it does actually take away an assist. So now we should... Do you know what? Do I attack this guy instead? Do I attack this guy? Let's just take this guy on. Keep the result. Yes, that's fine. You can go down. Armor's alright. Now we can blitz, block you. Which succeeds nicely, so we can drop him that way. Come on, let's see some more removal. Armor's alright. Now we've got this guy who can make a 1-die block with no skills, which I don't think is excellent. And I think that'll do. Okay, so I'm very happy to pile casualties on now. There's always a way, right? In Blood Bowl, there's always a way. For example, this runner, 1, 2, 3, 4, like, can get somewhere near the ball, but not to it. So it's going to force them to make a lot of dice rolls. I don't want to equalize too soon, especially as I've got the numbers. Like, as it comes to team development, I'm happier taking a draw and getting a chance to melt some faces, essentially. And where we've got it here, like, that ogre can be merrily blitzed 2, 3 by the frenzy by the frenzy orc at the moment. So that's how much we are overpowering them, but we need to see what moves they make and how it stabilizes the matchup on the ground. We've got a lot of strength, but that ogre is in a situation where he can now be dominated by my assists, even now. Although having that blitzer, oh, it's a catcher. Oh wow! 2-die up, they get it, they take it, and our ogre is going down now with an excellent 2-die up block that I believe frees up their Slayer to go and do something stupid. But it depends on what kind of stupid that Slayer is going to do. Is it a blitz on the Roger, which I don't think it will be. But I don't think they've got enough movement to blitz this way. Alright, I'm wrong. And they take out the Goblin, who is KO'd, and I'm fine with a KO on the Goblin. Okay, so as it stands, that guy's marking the ogre. Yeah, this didn't stay good for us. What we can do is bring him up, and that will give us 4 dice here. Alright, we're going to have to start taking less risky 2-die blocks with block, I guess. That's all 3 of my rerolls have been absolutely rinsed through by this guy. By this one guy. Now this blitz boy is going to cause us grief. And I've got no rerolls now, so I can 2+ in for a touchdown. Or I can set up a bit of a screen. So why don't we set up a screen first. Let's put him there. Now what have I got over here? We've got the Roger doing stuff. We've got the ogre who can stand up. We've got the Minotaur who could let us down. This is not a great sitch, so I think we are going to go for the desperate touchdown. And we get it. Okay, good. So we got the score, which is beautiful. I wanted to pound some skulls in a bit more than that. They got 3 missing, so we'll have to reset and see. We got 1 KO back. They got 1 KO back, so they're going to be down to 9, and we are going to be, I believe, at 11 players. So we should have... Oh, we got loads... I've got to watch this, haven't we? So we'll be down to 10 players, but we do have a wizard. So we're going to use him to protect that flank. Mr. Kick is missing. Got reasonable defense. Let's go with that. Got to be careful not to leave the mouse pointing at the top as well. So this is going to leave a lot of heavy blocks, I think. I actually quite like this checklist here, where it's all like it's quite useful if you're new to the game, I guess, or if you don't want to count your players or whatever. All right, what do they got in the backfield? It's going to be human thrower, and is that the catcher? So, what's our plan here? We could lose this 2-1. 5 turns is a lot of turns. I didn't want to score that quickly, but we kind of had a bit of bad luck when it came to some blocks, but we had some good luck when it came to a lot of other stuff. Now, what we do have here is a wizard. So, at some point, we are going to be able to just blow up the ground. And I really, really, really like the idea of that. Or at least we're going to try. It may not work, but it might work. So, changing weather again. Oh, wow, that's a close-up ball. So, 2 dice here with a bit of block. Drops into the ground, and he's actually stunned, so he's out for a turn. 2 dice here with block again, I think. Yep. His armor's alright, so he's going to be back up. And then we should see a 3-die block here from the ogre on the orc again. Which you can't really stop. But it looks like our opponent's considering it. They're going to set up a blitz on him. That's not bad. I guess he's the most vulnerable one. So that's the thrower running all the way around. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see the catcher swoop in for the ball in a bit. Okay, setting up a bit wide. I guess to protect if that ogre goes down on that 3-die block. Which is very good blood. Here's the blitz. 2 dice on my lineman. Probably has block. Does have block. Yeah, dwarves, man. Automatic. Okay, and moves across to screen. So we've got 3 big guys. 1 blitz action. 3 dice here. Does get the orc down. And the smart thing would be to not follow up. Although maybe he just wants to keep him stuck in. No, it's a stay put. Yeah, I like that move. I think that's a smart move. What are we going to see happen next? Alright, just setting up a screen. Let's go for the wizard now. Let's see if we can fireball. I guess we can't. So I guess we're going to have to wait another turn. I must be doing something wrong when it comes to that. So we don't have to redeploy that orc straight to where it was. Which means I can actually stand you up and potentially blitz a guy onto Right, it's going to get 1 assist. That's plenty. That's fine. So we can do this. Animal savagery. We can knock this human back down. That's fine. KOs him. Alright, brilliant. Now we have to plan our move again, huh? And hit him. We've got no rerolls now, but he's loner anyway, so... Yeah, you see... I need to not say these things. Do you want to keep the ogre KO, the rogue KO? Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep him KO'd. We still got plenty of opportunity to defend here. We still got we still got plenty of good players. Like, it's not massively an issue. I want to keep the apothecary to keep my players alive. And whatever happens, we are going to burn our wizard at the end of this turn. I'm going to try and press it at the end of their turn. So 2 dice on the Dark Elf. They're going to drop him down. So. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't activate. 2 dice again on, I think that's a lineman being pushed. Where's the lineman being pushed? Oh, it's the ogre. The orc. Alright, I think I may have been looking looking dumb at places. Could see a quick score here. That's the catcher, so he's chilling out in the backfield. The catcher kind of blends in a bit, doesn't he? There's no scoring threat up front, so we're not going to see a quick pick up and pass for a score. But what we might see is a pick up and handoff to the catcher, and the catcher run down this side because it is pretty much wide open. Now, if we don't see that play from our opponent, alright, they're going to set up the scoring threat instead. Maybe even farm out the throw for SPP, potentially. 2 dice here is a push. They're going to follow up and keep the guy in place. It's not looking great for a wizard at this point, but actually, whoever ends up with the ball is going to get melted by me. Okay, so they went for the catch. Let's try Zap then. Okay, Zap actually activates. Oh, that's the one who turns him into a frog. Okay, amazing. Alright. Not exactly what I was shooting for, but I'll take it. Okay, have I got anyone I can get to the ball there now? Stand him up. Stand or Frenzy Orc up. Alright, we need to blitz a hole through a player here, and it's going to go to, I think, you. Let's go. Let's blitz a hole and see what we can do. Push is fine. Let's drop you up that way. And we'll have another crack at it. With a POW is exactly what I'm looking for. Right, drop him down. Come on. Let's break some armor. Ah, armor's alright. This guy definitely needs claw. Right, let's go for a walk with an ogre. That is probably okay for now. He fails the Bonehead, so it doesn't hugely matter, except that he does get in the way. So that's going to cost me a couple of squares of movement. And go for it now, where I necessarily didn't need one before. Okay. What else can we bring through? Let's go to there. Let's go to there. Let's go to there, potentially. It's quite a lot. Go for it. So it's probably going to burn me now. I've been pushing my luck a little bit. I've been juicing my chances. Okay, we are going to take a dodge now, and we are going to absolutely burn my luck. Go. Gets the dodge. Can we get the go for it? Yes. Okay. Anybody left to do stuff with? No. Not perfect, but at least I did turn the catcher into a frog for the rest of the game, so that was nice. It's a cool spot. I thought it was going to zap him. I was thinking lightning bolt. Okay, frenzy push. Can he pin him to the side? He can, and he's gone. Ah, troll slayers. Again, I missed that. I missed that. Oof. Okay, what happened to him? He's KO'd again, so that's fine. Choose this injury? Yes. Oh, that's interesting. I prefer it was in the centre of the screen, but that's okay. So he's KO'd, but they've only got a couple of turns left, and their fast edge threat is now gone. So this is going to be down to their linemen, and I'm slowly moving my big guys in the right direction. So what's this runner? This runner here, he's a scoring threat, but he's in two tackle zones. Cheeky little 2-die block against the orc will free up a human blitzer, I believe. What is that, a lineman? That's a lineman. Okay, linemen are reasonable scoring threats, I guess. It's just not massive, and yeah, they've got 2 rerolls, so being able to move the thrower out of a tackle zone is definitely conceivable, but if that doesn't work, then they got massive issues. So 2-die block here is a push, and probably won't follow up, I imagine. Does follow up. Okay, we'll take that. Ogre block, ogre thrower. frog and that lineman on the left to go. Alright, I would have preferred a fireball, but, I mean, it did a thing, I guess. Took out the catcher for, you know, all intents and purposes. I just wish I'd paid attention to where the Troll Slayer was. But again, you're learning. That was stupid and probably won't happen again. It's very different playing the game on a PC than it is on tabletop. Like, massively different. Okay, thrower, grabbing it, got the dodge, grabs the ball, got the ball. Is he going to call it quits there? No, carries on moving. That's really good. It sandwiches this guy between tackle zones now. So that's pretty big. And the frog is going to come up and play mark this man here, who would have been the biggest threat. 2-die block from the ogre. It's just a double push. Probably will disengage at this point. Yep. Okay, we've got 2 turns to defend this ball. Everybody is marked. What do we do? How do we do this? How do we do this? I think we've got a nice little 4 dice here. That's good. Drop him up. It's a casualty. Fantastic. Extra SPP for the frenzy orc. That's pretty good. So, how do we now turn that into impetus? Do we bring a guy down? Do we blitz somebody free? Do we... I think we bring him down, you know. I think it's okay. Right, situation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a 1-die block. There's a negative block because of the Frenzy Boy. This is a big dodge. Minotaur. Can we do anything with the Minotaur? Oh, actually, this guy going here would be beneficial. Let's try that. Nah, it's a bit too much. I was hoping for a chain block at that point. I was hoping that we could then chain block with the ogre to pop the Minotaur kind of out into a better position. Now we can just kind of run down the sideline and hope we don't catch up with him. And win it 2-1. That's a shame. I did try. It was not the best Blood Bowl I've played. But a negative block here or there will still leave him in the wind. Yeah, I made a couple of really silly moves there. Losing the Skaven was massive, and honestly that double 1 there I probably shouldn't have bothered with. That's going to drop him down, and he was kind of our primary safety there. He's going to need to scream with the toad, because 1, 2, 3, because we can still blitz around the edge there. Minotaur blitz out onto the ball carrier is also a pretty decent strategy at this point. It's going to force them to make a lot of blocks. Now we've still got this guy. Is he stunned? Oh, he stunned himself. That was subpar. Oh wow, the toad's going to provide an assist here. It's just a push, but pushing up will definitely help. I think this guy's got Titchy, you know. So if he pushes into the middle, it's not really going to help. Push him up and follow up. Yeah, I like that. So now we've got a situation where there's 3 dwarves against a Minotaur. Or 1 dwarf against a Dark Elf with friendship from guard. So actually is going to be able to knock the Dark Elf into the ground. Armor's alright though, so the DE is alive, but out of position now, which is fine. And a push with 1 dice on the Minotaur, which does help protect their ball carrier hugely. So another 1 die push there. That is interesting. I wonder if they can't. Can they tuck him up the back? No, they can't. Okay. So, Minotaur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. He's only moving 5, isn't he? Yeah, see? Missed the Rat Ogre. This guy could potentially take a bad dodge into the open for a bit of a blitz. So that's a last-ditch event there. He can go 1 all the way down to there on a 3+ dodge. That's not the worst. This is the last turn, so I think we have to go for that. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay. That guy's stunned, which is a bit of a problem. Can we use the Dark Elf in any way usefully? If we bring him around, can we do anything clever? I don't think we can do anything clever with chain pushes or anything, so it might just be best to punch things and make me feel better at this point. Although I'm not too unhappy. I know the mistakes I've made. The fireball would have been wonderful, but obviously not the case, which is absolutely fine. Let me go a 6+ dodge or a 4+ dodge. Alright, we're going to block this guy with the Minotaur. Maybe get some SPP. Boom! Got some SPP. Alright, I'm happy. That's achieved what I needed to achieve in that regard. And now we go 1, 2, 3, blitz. Three blitz. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Let's just see if it works. If it works, great. It doesn't work, and that was to be expected. This will be a turn 16 touchdown for my opponent. I think, you know, I'm actually happy with a lot of what happened, and I know where I went wrong in a couple of situations, but I'm happy with how the team's kind of shaping up at this point. And they're just going to have to run it in, or they're going to risk it. Yeah, in for the TD. Good game. GG's. That was well earned. Turn 16, 2-1. It's fine. We got some SPP, which I'm more excited about. So that's what we need to go look at. Alright, which is my team? Alright. Quentin Last Dance. Oh, my kicker got the MVP. Alright, dude's got stuff. So let's go look at the team. Teams. The Serpents. Here we go. So, Rat Ogre, 4 SPP. Renegade Ogre, 0 SPP. Minotaur, 4 SPP. So nearly there with you. The Skaven at 3. The Renegade Orc at 3 after taking 2 randoms. I think he needs 3 more SPP for another random here. The Goblin at 5. Oh, so flipping close with that Goblin. The Dark Elf gets the stuff now. Right, Dark Elf, block or dodge? I do like dodge to keep him mobile. Block is lacking, but I think we're going to have to take dodge here. Keeps him mobile, and I like that. Let's go. That's fantastic. That's good stuff. This guy's got 2 SPP. This guy is about to get a random primary. Let's see what he gets. He's got kick already, which I love. Block and kick. We've now got a second block dude, which is wonderful. The Goblin, 1 more game to get the skill of our choice. I think we'll hold off for now. We've got 65k. We've got a bench. We've got an apothecary. We're just saving up for reroll 4. Fantastic. We're going to wrap up now. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back soon with more Blood Bowl content. Happy blocking.
Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to help support the channel even further, please like and subscribe, or come join us on our Patreon. We have early access to content. We get loads of feedback from you guys, and we try and do competitions as much as we can. Or you can get yourself some Bonehead podcast merch on our Spreadshirt site. So if you want to support a team, especially for the Bonehead Championship, you can pick up a shirt, a mug, things like that. It all helps support the channel, and we really appreciate it. Anyway, links below. Thank you very much. Happy blocking.